Hey guys, for this video I am going to be finally reacting to The Batman. And yeah, I'm not too excited about this, because, well, just based on what I've heard from it, it feels like very mediocre. I feel like it's going to be, and yet, because it's The Batman, then, people, automatically act like it's incredible. But also just, they just decided to include the only review they have on the cover for DVD is by Sean O'Connell, the piece of fucking trash that, spent years doing the whole Snyder Cut book, profiting off the Snyder and his cut and his fans, and then once it was released, he turned around and started bitching and whining about, how terrible Snyder fans were. Not too terrible that he wouldn't profit off of him, but then he started kissing the ass of the Snyder haters. He just, I guess he decided, hey, I'm done pandering to Snyder fans. I'm going to start showing my true colors and, kissing the ass of the Snyder haters who spent the last 9 years making Zack Snyder's life hell because he made some movies they don't like. So yeah, I'm not excited for this already, so. And FYI, Pattinson, I'm not that impressed with him as an actor. I mean, I saw him in Twilight and he was garbage in that. I mean, I saw him in The Lighthouse and I wasn't really that impressed either, so guess we'll see in this. He kind of like with Kristen Stewart with me. Once again, maybe some people think they're good actors, but I just don't jive with these two. Aaron?
Yeah, I'm watching it now. But I thought we were getting a bump in the new post-pole.
Yeah, I like how he literally just doesn't know he's fucking there. Can't see out his peripheral at all. I guess we need to try to make him believe that this dude's scary.
Come on! Give me the money! Let's go!
I love how they have to choose the most ridiculous fucking mask possible. Yeah, it's so scary. To make themselves look as dumb as possible, don't they? Ah, yes. So intimidating. It's so nice that Batman can now beat the shit out of people without whiny bitches getting all mad about it. Of course, then again, he's not fighting mercenaries that are just as well trained as him. He's fighting just random ass thugs again. So we know how all the fucking true Snyder fan or true DC fans love it when Batman always ends up fighting people that aren't as well trained as him. He's so fucking stupid looking.
All this blood is from his head? No. Most of it's from his hand. Thumb was severed. Guild may have taken it as a trophy. He was alive when it was cut off.
Well, no shit. Why else would it have bleeded out so much? If not for the fact he's fucking alive when they cut it off. Any reason why Batman needs to be there while they're there? Sure, he could have gotten shit from evidence without, just standing there like a dumbass.
We used to be partners.
Just trying to find the connection, Pete.
He lies too.
Yeah, the guy's right. He's literally a vigilante. You don't know who the fuck he is.
We really gotta go, man.
Why does Gordon feel like his goddamn caretaker?
Joe was a fighter for the city.
That's supposed to be Joaquin Phoenix, right? I know. I thought he was supposed to be in this movie. He looks really different.
I wish I could say I'm making a difference, but I don't know.
God, are we really gonna get this monologue shit the entire movie? It's just gonna annoy the fuck out of me. Instead of just doing showing, they're just gonna fucking have him monologue the entire goddamn movie.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Alfred, stop. You're not my father.
Really doing the whole, well, you're not my father thing, right?
He lies still is only a partial key. It only gives us H-E-L-I-S-T. So I'm looking for...
So Alfred's solving the riddles for him. I do love how they can't tell who it is just from the mask, as if, you know, his fucking face isn't so goddamn distinctive. Literally, you can recognize that jaw anywhere. That's the thing with Affleck's Batman. What I liked about him is that he made sure people didn't see you for very long. So they couldn't just, you know, fucking realize distinct features about you.
What's the problem? Says he wants to see the penguin. Penguin?
Yeah, I know. They're supposed to be the twins, whoever the fuck they are supposed to be from the comics. So they just open the door to him and he just goes waltzing in. Security is very, very fucking good there, isn't it? He's very much for stealth, right? Way to draw attention to yourself. Nice job. Because who would think that the fucking bad guys wouldn't have goddamn guns in a goddamn nightclub? May think, you know, maybe be more stealthy so that you don't have a fucking fight in the middle of a crowded fucking dance club. Jesus. This is already annoying me. That's how stupid he is. I'm dying to know where the fuck he keeps his costume the entire time. Obviously, I think he has a backpack that he's able to put his boots, he's able to put his helm, he's able to put all his fucking clothing and have it all fit. Well, also, when he's in a fucking, you know, situation, say maybe, I don't know, at a fucking outing or some shit like that, you know, a fucking formal event, does he just have the fucking, costume hidden somewhere that he could just grab and put on? Why is this creepy scene necessary? You know that his eyes, his fucking lenses are recording it, so maybe he could just fucking look away. Let's see if he has any other scenes where he spies on people getting naked. Already more impressed by her in this movie than him. And she's not gonna notice this person following her again. I can't help but laugh at that fucking mask. Swear, if you're just gonna fucking cut off the bottom half, just wear the entire fucking ski mask.
You're pretty good at that.
Oh, what? Now you decide to use stealth? Huh. Maybe if you had fucking stayed the fuck away, you wouldn't be attracting attention, would you? So, I guess this entire thing is, oh, what? He noticed a bruised woman and now he's going after the penguin? And what does this have to do with the main trying to catch this guy who's killing people?
Jesus, what are they gonna do? Oh, she's just a kid.
She's just a kid. That kind of kills the whole, well, she's possible romantic love interest.
The video is very disturbing.
Sorry. The fact the killer is, you know, with social media, it kind of, I get the feeling if he was in today's world, he'd be a TikToker. And I would already fucking hate him. Ah, the good old Saul trap.
The truth about our city will...
Jesus Christ. He monologues just as much as Batman does. It's like they want to try to make him out to be the John Doe from Seven. but you really don't feel horrified at all because it's just so goofy. John Doe from Seven was fucking terrifying because of, well, obviously the Seven Sins, but some of the things he did were so horrendous. You felt fucking horrified by him, whereas this, you can't help but laugh. You can't really take it seriously. They're really gonna pull the whole, what movie was it? Oh, Paycheck, that's it, yeah. Where they find the lottery ticket in the bottom of the bird cage, and they're able to figure it out based on the clues that, I don't know if it was her boyfriend left her, or, Ben Affleck's character left her, so that they become rich.
The hell is that? Bring him into the light. Find the rat.
It's kind of disappointing how Gordon is literally completely useless in this movie so far. He's pretty much just calls Batman in to solve everything for him.
Looks good.
I know we're supposed to give a shit about the two of them, but I really don't. I really don't give a damn about them. He's just as annoying as fuck, and she seems to just tolerate him.
I hope I'll see you around.
He's gonna be the next dude to die, isn't he? So is he gonna show himself as the Batman, or is he just gonna run off, turn into the Batman, then come running back? Of course. Enjoy how Riddler just waits long enough for him to go and run and change into his suit to come back. So how long has this been ringing? 20 minutes or so? I think it was day and now it's night, so it had to be a few hours at least. Was he just fucking hanging out the whole time? Until Batman finally answered the phone. Why does this fucker make me laugh so much? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? This motherfucker has a bomb explode in his fucking face. And this motherfucker survived without any injuries. Literally, half his face is uncovered. And not a scratch on him. This is such bullshit. Oh yes, I remember this infamous scene. Apparently now his suit can turn into a fucking, what is it? What are those called? A squirrel suit? I guess, does his cape have a zipper? Oh yes. Man, the fact that he can get a bomb explode in his face, wake up in prison, be up and all and dandy and fine, then jump off the top of a building, glide into the top of a fucking, top of an underpass, and still walk away without a fucking injury. My god, this is what I fucking hate about comic book movies. This is why I can never ever get into them. Because shit like this. Literally nothing fucking impacts these characters. No matter what fucking, physical damage is done to them, they're always perfectly fine. Which ultimately takes away any goddamn, when we get like a final fight scene in which they have this big battle and they're physically injured, some shit like that. It makes it so much less believable because they literally have survived so much only to be fucking taken down by usually stuff that should be able to take him down or that they were able to survive before, and it's just so fucking irritating.
Is that why you work in the club? It was all just a score.
Do you really fucking have any room judging her, dipshit? I do love how Penguin doesn't do shit this entire time, just waits for Batman to rev up his car. It should take about like 5 to 10 seconds. So Batman is just driving onto incoming traffic. No, not giving a fuck about, who he might kill. I love how despite it implying he has like turbo engines from garbage like that, he's so able to avoid everyone. Well, it appears his car is just as indestructible as him. Wonder how many people died in that crash.
Like the word Spanish I have heard.
What?
It's La Rata. What is this, Riddler, stupid or something? Jeez.
I'm sorry. It's just the idea that fucking Penguin knows more Spanish than the goddamn Batman does. It just makes me laugh so much.
Am I the only one here knows the difference between L and La?
The fact that they literally use the phrase rat with wings. They know that phrase, but they literally assume that it's an actual rat and not a bat when bats are referred to as rats with wings.
No guns.
Really, fucker. You really said no guns as if you didn't go driving onto the goddamn road into oncoming traffic and help blow up a bunch of cars, go into a club, and fucking, endanger people's lives because, you knew perfectly well that there might be shootout.
There's a C4 explosive set in the baler.
Well, he should have fucking been wearing a Batman's costume. He would have survived.
I thought you were vengeance.
Your friend got involved with the wrong people. She didn't know any better. Maybe you should have explained it to her.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
It means your choices have consequences.
Jesus.
So he's literally saying, hey, I don't give a flying fuck that your friend died because, oh, well, you got involved with the wrong people. And I'm sure you're not gonna go and fucking go after the Riddler because, he blew up your fucking, butler, right? Because he associated with the wrong people, naming your dumbass.
It's no more dangerous than you know.
Oh, fuck off. So, who did who turned the bat signal on? Was it her? Why would she fucking lead him here knowing that he'd probably stop her and that's, that's what she wanted bullshit?
You'll become just like him. Listen to me.
Oh, fuck off. It's always nice how he can literally just take like hundreds of bullets and not fucking get hit at once. You would still, think, get hit somewhere because you have to have fucking, weak points, under the arms, thighs, give it flexibility. The fucking half your face is showing, and apparently none of them decided to fucking shoot him in the face. But then again, he survived a bomb, so it'll probably just deflect off because he has plot armor, but it's so fucking ridiculous. He could just literally just go up to these people that have machine guns, and just have them spray bullets everywhere, and he doesn't, fucking get hit at all. So much fun watching her fight, to be honest. Of course. Gonna have the shithead come and save her. That's so that's so empowering scene, right?
One look inside and finally I understood. My whole life has been preparing me for this.
Of course. Nice that they could find something to perfectly explain everything that he's fucking done. You can do get everyone out so the people don't realize that you're the Batman? Or is nobody gonna look at that and realize you're the Batman?
Your mask is amazing. I wish you could have seen me in mine.
Yeah, the garbage bag.
Oh, you're really not as smart as I thought you were.
I love how his villains are shading him the entire time because he's not that smart. First the Penguin mocking him because he couldn't figure out Law and L, and now Riddler.
Thanks for all the comments, and a special thanks to everyone for the tips on detonators. I just want to say...
Waiting.
They all had to go for a villain that looks dumb as shit, didn't they? Do you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of Batman and Robin with like all the fucking villains that ham the fuck out of the roles. But that movie was called shit, but this one's called amazing, apparently. And of course, he takes a 2-gauge shotgun, or you know, I'm assuming it's a 2-gauge shotgun, to the chest. And of course, he survives. Aim for the face, not that will do any good. So what? Are people like seeing him as a hero now or some bullshit like that? Are they gonna be perfectly fine with him running around, you know, fucking doing whatever he wants? So is that the big fucking finale? So anticlimactic.
Isn't it?
Well, yes, I can't wait for him to see how he butchers Joker. Make him lame as fuck. Trying to be all intimidating and he's really not. Yeah, that's the worst Joker laugh yet. Oh man, that was pain. That did not need to be like almost 3 hours. Just to go through all the different elements. Batman was unintimidating as shit. I think the most intimidating thing about him, to be honest, is his ability to literally survive everything. You know, he gets bomb explodes in his face and doesn't fucking, you know, he's able to just wake up and jump up without any goddamn issues whatsoever. Can fucking fly into the top of an underpass and get up and walk away without breaking anything. He can literally walk up to a bunch of thugs with automatic weapons and, despite hundreds of bullets being shot at him, not fucking be hit at all, even if though he has exposed areas on his body. What else? Oh, he took a 2-gauge shotgun to his chest and gets up and walks away. So, yeah, I think the most intimidating thing about him is his plot armor. You know, it's implied that, well, you know, he has these fighting skills. And apparently, literally everyone he goes up against can't fight worth a fucking shit. Except what, maybe Catwoman, but of course, so we can't fucking have her defeat him because we have to have this bullshit sexual tension. Yeah, Catwoman, I mean, I just felt like they needed to include her, and so they just found some way to include her. And I mean, her fight scenes were honestly more interesting than his because she kind of had to I would say she had to be more creative, I guess. I didn't feel jack shit between the two of them. Could be because Pattinson, people really fucking say this is Pattinson's best role, or he fucking, you know, really acted his ass off. He didn't act shit. He literally had the same expression the entire goddamn movie. And I'm supposed to give a damn about what, you know, their relationship when he literally looks pretty much like he did with Edward Cullen. I know I'm gonna get shit for that, but I don't give a damn. The pacing of the movie was terrible. Most of it, you know, it just dragged so much. If they hadn't, you know, just sped shit up, it might have fucking been like half an hour shorter. But they were just dragging it all along. I think they're trying to create suspense and bullshit like that, but ultimately you start getting bored. Just the way that Batman is in the movies, just so laughable. Besides him having plot armor, he's also dumb as shit. He's supposed to be this great detective, but another thing I absolutely adore about this movie is how his villains always roast him for how dumb he is. Like the Penguin mocking him because he couldn't tell the difference between L or La. And that's another thing, you know. Apparently it's implied he has fighting skills, which you're assuming that he got because he's a rich dude who spent his time learning how to fight. But, you know, I'm assuming this takes place in the United States. It's a fictional world, but I'm assuming at least, you know, Spanish is still the most second spoken language in it. So why in the hell fuck didn't he goddamn learn Spanish? I mean, like, literally learned it. You know, all the different grammar, grammar when it comes to Spanish and culture and shit like that. It felt like they needed him to make a mistake, and so they dumbed him down by making him not know Spanish. But it was apparent the Riddler knew, or not the Riddler, Penguin knew fucking Spanish. I was like, why did you do that? It kind of reminds me of a Batflick in Zack Snyder's Justice League, where he goes to the village in the middle of nowhere, and he's they think that he doesn't know their language, but it turns out he knows. It was I think it was Icelandic, and my god, it's like anyone would know like that language. It's Batman, because my god, I've tried to learn a little Icelandic, because it's like supposed to be like the closest to how the Norse language, you know, the old Norse language, and it is kind of tough finding books on how to you know, learn Icelandic, but that's kind of also why I kind of love that movie, because we see Batman, who is always prepared for everything. He literally learned the language so that he could probably communicate with them. So, that was kind of veered off course there, but yeah, so that was one of my problems. They just dumbed him down so much in the movie. Felt like part of the time it was Alfred helping to solve the riddles. Part of the time it was Riddler literally telling him to what he was gonna do. He literally fucking leaves a videotape explaining exactly his entire plan, which of course Batman doesn't figure out, and so the entire place floods. I mean, and Riddler himself, my god, that was he's so fucking over the top, ridiculous, annoying. God, he reminds me so much of some of these assholes on Twitter. They really think they're the fucking Riddler. I cannot help but laugh. He's not intimidating at all. Especially in that get-up. Really going with that performance, with that get-up, you're not going to be taken seriously. I mean, they have this like whole fucking corruption about, you know, all this bullshit, and I guess you could say it eventually links up by the end, because the Riddler's, you know, going after all the corrupt people, and I guess what Batman did was kind of expose their corruption before, so that explains why Riddler kills them. But I don't know, I think they had a hard, you know, they didn't do a good job connecting the two throughout the movie, and so until like maybe like the very end, we don't get why, you know, how they connect. I was disappointed with the soundtrack, because I think besides the main theme, there weren't any memorable moments. But then this movie was such a slog fest. That's the thing with soundtracks. Good soundtracks, you have to have, for the most part, you have to have a good movie to have a good soundtrack. You know, because as your movie progresses, you get soundtracks, you create soundtracks that are unique to the scenes that they're you know, playing over. And I'll use Zack Snyder's BVS as an example. You know, the very opening scene, we get Martha, the Wayne's death, and just the music over it. It's kind of sets the tone, and it's very heartbreaking and sweet, and they use the song throughout some of the movie, but they do it in a way that isn't as obvious. You know, it's kind of interwoven in some of the other scenes with Batman. And then, of course, like Man of Steel, we get also these kind of different themes that are very memorable. You immediately, when you listen to it, you know exactly what scene it comes from. So, like the oil rig, it was very, you know, used the drums and the horns, and so powerful, and it makes you feel so strong. Exactly what you know, this scene is conveying, that Superman is so strong, he's able to hold up an oil rig. And then when Krypton explodes, we get this kind of, you know, really sad, epic music. And, you know, it's just a good composer is able to really give us a good soundtrack that makes you, you know, when they play it, you automatically remember the scene where it comes from. You automatically remember the feelings that you had during those scenes. So, I was disappointed with the soundtrack. Trying to think if there's anything else. I mean, Gordon seems like he relied entirely on Batman to do everything for him. So I don't know why they call him a detective. One other thing I wanted to mention, since, you know, Zack Snyder has gotten his ass fucking ripped apart for years because of it. But the fact that in this movie, Batman is so... He does not give a fuck about the lives he endangers throughout the entire thing, and yet he's trying to fucking act all high and mighty, right? When it comes to especially guns or killing shitty people. You know, he fucking has twice endangered people's lives by fucking making rash decisions. Just going into this crowded nightclub and start fucking fight with the goddamn goons. Who, any logical person, would assume they have fucking guns. And guns in a crowded nightclub usually results in people dying. But, you know, as per usual, this, you know, it's always just plot armor with this movie. Anything that, you know, isn't... You really don't see any consequences for shit he does. If they don't need this actions to result in something to further the plot, then they don't really show us the consequences of his actions. So him, you know, fucking engaging in combat in a crowded nightclub that results in gunfire and nobody dies, apparently, unless they showed it off screen. And of course, you know, it's implied that none of the goons died, of course. Again, in particular, especially when it came to the chase scene with a car, fucking Penguin starts driving in oncoming traffic and he just follows him willingly, not even acknowledging that people's lives are in danger. You're literally fucking speeding into oncoming traffic. And apparently, nobody dies, despite there being two tankers that fucking I don't think they were tankers, I think they were just semis, but they fucking exploded. And then, you know, he just comes walking slowly out to the fucking, you know, Penguin's car, right? No, seems to have no fucking concerns. And that's not addressed in the movie at all. Kind of reminds me of Batman Begins when he does the chase scene through the, you know, the underpass or whatever. And he flips the cop's car into the ceiling. Of course, they have to show that he actually survived. But at least they actually address it in the movie. Alfred does, talking about how he could have killed people. But, of course, they made sure to say that people don't die on the television. But it was just so goddamn irritating. This fucker continually endangers people's life with stupid decisions. And then he's gonna get on Selina's ass in particular because she wants to kill her father who killed her mother. But he's like, oh, well, you know, vengeance, you know. He takes the name Vengeance, which I find ironic, since he literally bitches because she wants to take revenge on the guy who killed her mother and friend. What else was there? There was something else. Oh, wait, yeah, what I was gonna say, I hate this movie so much because it explains literally every fucking goddamn thing. It explains, you know, through voiceover, Batman, you know, all his thoughts, all his feelings, literally everything. There's nothing to fucking, you know, no reason to watch this again because you know exactly what, you know, he's feeling, what he's thinking, all this bullshit. So you can't go through and, you know, try to decipher whether or not, you know, oh, what's he feeling in this scene or some shit like that. Because he literally spells everything out for you. So does the Riddler. He literally spells out his entire fucking plan for Batman. Same with Joker. Literally every character, it just explains their entire motives, all their fucking backgrounds, all their beliefs, and all of their fucking shit. And it's just, God, this is why it fucking slogs so much. They don't show it through actions. You know, they don't show it through the scenes. They just have these entire scenes where they monologue. And you're like, do something. I won't say it's the worst movie I've ever seen, but my God, is it overrated as fuck. And yeah, I would not watch this again, to be honest. It's just so fucking boring to me. I'd rather watch a terrible movie that is at least entertainingly bad. You know, it's what the fuck were they thinking when they made this? As opposed to just, oh well, you know, it's just here, let's go through again exactly why I did everything I did. Just talk the entire time, and yeah, so that was my reaction to Batman. I mean, if you did like this video, I guess give it a like, and subscribe to get notification for all the videos I'll be doing. And you guys have a nice night. Stay safe out there, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.